What's up? Alright, so I just got done recording the last video you guys saw of the first half of this 40 VHS haul. And since I got all the babbling done in that one, we could jump right into this one. So let me move this stack a little closer. Hopefully you guys can't see any of that. I'm making it worse. Okay. So, first one. We got another Kevin Smith movie, so I've been getting pretty lucky. I've been finding like one Kevin Smith movie every time. And as far as VHS goes, I think there's only one more I need now. So we got Dogma. Now, out of all the Kevin Smith movies, this is the one... I don't even know if I've seen it, and if I have, I've only seen bits and pieces. Back when I was really into these movies, I only really watched what was on cable or what I could find in stores. So unfortunately, this is one I didn't come across too often. But, yeah, we got Dogma, another Kevin Smith movie. I think the only one I'm missing VHS now is my favorite, is Mallrats. I have it on DVD, though, so it's fine. Next one. One of the funniest Adam Sandler movies, in my opinion. We got Big Daddy. So this one's about a guy... I want to try to get this right. So the guy's roommate son is sent to live with him, but the guy's gone, so Adam Sandler kind of has to watch him until his dad gets back. And that's about it. A guy who shouldn't have a kid has to watch a kid for a while, and it's a really, really, really funny movie. Not only my favorite Adam Sandler comedy, but probably one of my favorite comedies ever. It's a really good one. Alright, next one. We got Catch Me If You Can. So this is... I don't know what to call it. I don't want to call it like a cop drama because it's not a drama. I don't want to call it a cop comedy. This is a really tough one. It's definitely comedy, but basically it's about a guy played by Leonardo DiCaprio who he changes his identity. He takes over other identities. He's basically a scam artist, if I remember right. And it's about a cop, Tom Hanks, trying to catch him. That's the best way to sum it up. Anyway, I explained that really bad. I'm trying to think of a better way to do it, but to prevent babbling, that's it. It's a good movie. Check it out. Alright, the next one. So I gave a bit of a hint at these, the last one. So the first is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So this is the second of the original 3 Indiana Jones. I haven't seen this one. Like I said, I've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it was okay, but I'm not a huge fan like others seem to be. But I haven't seen this one, so I'm hoping this will change my mind. And then the third one, again, I haven't seen. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which this one's actually really good condition. Yeah, it's not bad. But again, I haven't seen it. Not much I can say about it, but I do plan on watching these two very soon. Alright, the next one, I really like this movie, and it's like coincidental, just a couple days before. The movie happened to pop in my head, and I'm like, oh, I love that movie, and then, like, literally hours later, somehow my freaking wife mentioned it too. She's like, hey, if you ever see this movie, that's a good one. And, sure enough, the next day we saw it. So, Stigmata. So this is another... I don't want to call it an exorcist movie. I mean, kind of, but possession movie. But this one has quite a big difference from the other ones. So this chick who is played by Patricia Arquette, I believe, she gets possessed by Jesus. So instead of being possessed by a devil or some other demon or whatever, she's possessed by Jesus. And if I remember right, like, there's all these scriptures and stuff that she's writing that the church doesn't want people to see. Basically saying not to go to church, that the kingdom of God is in your heart, it's not in a building. And the church doesn't want people to see this because they wouldn't make any money anymore if people didn't go to church. So they try to, like... I don't remember. I doubt they try to kill her or anything, but I don't remember. But anyway, that's a really, really cool movie. Alright, the next one. I think the anniversary just came up for this, so you've probably been seeing a lot of these on shelves in stores. I've definitely seen it. I don't remember it. We got Labyrinth. So I remember really liking this as a kid. If I remember right, it's a girl, I think Young Jennifer Connelly. Yes. So I think she's like babysitting her brother. Her brother gets taken into this labyrinth. It's very fantasy, like Neverending Story or Dark Crystal. And she just tries to get through the labyrinth to save her younger brother. Alright, the next one. This is the only real horror I managed to find this trip. Unless you consider Stigmata to be a horror, but that's... I guess it could be horror. But I'm really, really happy to have found this one because I've never seen it, and it's like really high on my list of ones I want to see. And it's like mint condition. We got The Thing. So this is a remake that came out, I believe, in the 80s? Yeah, 1982. So, I'm not sure what it was, but during, I don't know, September or something, I started coming across this movie everywhere online. So I wanted to watch it in October. My wife didn't, unfortunately, so never got to it. There's also an old-timey theater here that during October they play a bunch of movies on like original film at the theater and stuff, and they were playing this one. And I never did go to watch it. Oh, and I guess it's directed by John Carpenter, too. Same one who made the Michael Myers movies. But anyway, this is like an Alien-style movie. I don't know very much about it, so I can't say much, but... that's one I really wanted to see, so I'm really happy to have found that one. Oh, and I lied, there is one more horror. Alright, the next one, another Adam Sandler movie. Anger Management. Which, again, I guess there's some writing on there for some reason. 363. Anyway, this one's about a comedy... About a comedy? This one's a comedy about a guy who is very passive. He never gets angry, he just kind of lets people step all over him. So it's, I don't know, they end up sending him to anger management for it, which I know doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to him either, but without spoiling it, I'll leave it at that. But that's a really funny movie. Alright, we got another comedy. We got My Cousin Vinny. So this one's about, I don't remember completely. I know something happens that, this kid's friend has to go to court for. I don't think it's murder or anything. I don't remember, but basically the kid tells him, hey man, don't worry, my cousin's a lawyer. He's got you, because I guess the kid couldn't afford a lawyer. And I think the guy does have his law degree, but has never actually done a case, so he's kind of learning as he goes. It's a really funny movie. Alright, the next one... we have Gladiator. So this movie, I used to love this movie until I watched the show Spartacus, and then I kind of liked this one a little less, man, because Spartacus is just so much better. I do consider Spartacus to be my favorite show. I've always had an interest in like ancient civilizations, like Rome, Greek, Egypt, etc. And anything Gladiator, I do tend to like as well. I've put hundreds of hours into watching, you know, Roman documentaries and stuff like that. So these do interest the hell out of me, and this is a really good movie about a guy who, I don't remember completely, so I'm not going to say anything, but, yeah, basically I think the guy's like the general, and, he's basically sent to be a gladiator, obviously against his choice, and blah blah. Good movie. Watch it. Alright, the next one, this is one I'm really happy to have found. So like I've said in earlier hauls, the main movies I wanted to get were horror, and then ones that I watched as a kid, loved as a kid, that have a lot of nostalgia behind them. Unfortunately, I don't find too many of those, but this is definitely one of those nostalgic ones. We have Three Ninjas. This movie is freaking awesome, man. I loved this movie as a kid. And there's actually 3 of them, so now I have the first one. There's not much to say about it. It's about 3 kids who are trained by their grandpa in martial arts, and I think he's kidnapped. They're trying to get him back, something like that. Really good movie. Alright, next one. You guys are seeing a lot of my interests this one, man, so I do have another interest in old cartoons. I love old cartoons. Basically anything from when I was a kid, so late 80s, early 90s. But especially cartoons from like 60s, 50s, 40s, even all the way back into like the 30s. So a lot of those are like Popeye, Betty Boop, Woody Woodpecker, Felix the Cat, a lot of those. And Casper. So I actually have a big stack of these. Every once in a while I do grab one of these old cartoon ones. Lately I've been buying them a little less because basically they kind of trick you. It'll say Casper cartoon on the front and have a picture of Casper, but there's only one Casper cartoon on the whole tape and then like 5 random ones. But this one actually does have all Casper cartoons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8 of them. And they are all from the early 50s. So from 1950 up to 1955. And yeah, he was one of the ones I really liked. So I saw this and I had to grab it. I do have another 1 or 2 Casper ones over there, but again, it only has like 1 Casper cartoon. So the next one. Another one that's also was on cable a lot. I mean, like a lot. And that's Pay It Forward. So this is one of those mushy movies. I don't completely remember what's going on the whole movie. I just remember this kid kind of invents this thing where you do something nice for somebody. It's almost like a chain letter, sort of. You do something nice for them. What the hell am I talking about? You do something nice for them, then they pay it forward by doing something nice for somebody else, and they pay it forward, do something nice for somebody else, and so on. And this ends up taking over like the whole freaking country. It becomes a big freaking thing. It's all over the news, everything. So some reporter tries to trace back the start of it, which was started by this kid. And yeah, it's one of those mushy, touchy-feely type movies. But it's really, really good. And I actually remember the ending. I'm trying very hard not to spoil it, but if you're in the mood for one of those sappy movies, check that one out. It's a really good one. Alright, the next one. We got Apollo 13. So, this isn't the first manned mission to Mars, right? I don't think so. I think it's like, well, probably the 13th. But anyway, yeah, this is just about a manned mission to... Did I say Mars? I meant the moon. And yeah, there's not much else to say about it. Obviously based on a true story of Apollo 13. But this is a really, really good one. It's one of my grandpa's favorite movies. But if you haven't seen that one, check it out. It's a good one. Next one, a little bit different, kind of the same. We got Independence Day. So like I said in the last haul, I kind of been putting off movies that I see all the time for other things I want more. So I've been putting this off, but yeah, like I said, there wasn't too many movies this time around that I was super excited about, so I was able to grab some of the ones I was putting off. We have Independence Day. So this is just about aliens coming to conquer Earth. It's more of a military movie than anything, but it is a good one. It has Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, I believe, who is on Jurassic Park and The Fly. It's a really good one. Alright, we just got a couple more. So this is the only other horror I managed to get, and this is in really beat up condition. I was almost considering not taking it, but I do think I could fix it up a bit. So a couple hauls ago I showed Scream. Now we got Scream 2. Definitely not as good as the first, but still not bad. So the only other one I'd have to get would be Scream 3, because Scream 4 obviously wouldn't be on VHS. But yeah, we got 2 of the 3 now. I'm actually doing pretty good at completing some sets over there. But yeah, I'm not going to say much about this. I feel like most people know about Scream. Alright. Next one we got Cool Runnings. So this movie is really popular, man. A lot of people seem to really like this movie. I don't mind it, but I'm not one of those people that's like super, super crazy about it. I mean, it's a good movie, but that's about all it is to me. Just a good movie. It is funny. Basically, it's about Jamaica starting a bobsledding team. So they're obviously in a country where, I mean, they don't get snow, they don't get anything like that. And I'm pretty sure this is a true story. I'm not sure if it's true or not. I'm going to assume it is. But yeah, basically it's about Jamaica starting a bobsledding team. It's a comedy movie. Next one. Another one, I don't know why I put this one off, because this is one of my favorite childhood movies. But that's Jumanji. So I have seen this before, but for some reason... Okay, like I've always seen it in the cardboard pack. So like these style packs and not these giant ones. So I didn't grab it for that reason. Whenever there's a movie like I really want from my childhood, I want to own it the way I had it back then too. And I had it in this style case, the big monster plastic case. So I waited till I found it. With this case, I finally found it and I grabbed it. If you haven't seen this movie, this is a really, really good movie, man. I think it still holds up really well today. Basically, it's about this board game that anything that happens in the board game actually happens. Alright, last one. I'm still not even sure why I grabbed this one. But we have the Babysitter's Club. I can't say too much about it. I don't remember it much. I do remember liking it as a kid, even though I think it was intended more for girls. It definitely had some aspects that like boys were into too. I remember there was like a really cool tree fort, and I think that was the main reason why I liked it. I think even my brother liked it. We loved that freaking fort in that movie, man. But there was a while ago where me and my wife were watching movies from our childhood, so we took a Post-its and wrote down like 100 freaking movies, folded all up, threw them in a bag, and we drew out 1 or 2 a day. And this is one of the ones she had never seen, so I was trying to get her to watch it. We never did draw it, though. So that's the main reason I grabbed it, more or less, so she could see it. This is definitely her style movie. But, yeah. So to wrap it up, we got the Babysitter's Club. So yeah, guys, that's all of them, all 40. And that probably took me about an hour. We got the first 20 done last time, we got 20 done this time. If you haven't seen the last video, check it out. Anyway, that's going to do it, guys. I'm done. I'm over talking. So I will see you guys in the next video. You guys will see me, and if you haven't already, will probably be a gaming video. So I will see you then. Later.